Okay, guys, so today we are going to talk about keeping a journal or a sketchbook and the assignments that you're going to receive. A journal is not always just drawings that you make for yourself or exploring, although it is that. Sometimes it's keeping documentation of things that inspire you, whether it be, as you can see here, this is a newspaper clipping about the artist Kerry James Marshall that you'll learn about later on. I clipped this from a newspaper probably in 1998 about his show at the Brooklyn Museum because I find Kerry James Marshall very inspiring. Um, Here you can see a cartoon that I drew for our LHS Cardinal. I want to say it might have been for a sophomore class fundraiser back in 2016. Here's a study of a portrait that I did in college, painted on canvas paper that I then taped into the sketchbook. Now, I like to say I curate my journal. I do my best to make sure that the presentation is strong. So I try to center things properly, or I try to make sure that things look nice and neat. And so you can see that I am curating my sketchbook, even the way I place certain paintings or where I choose to place them across from other pictures. Um, I'm not sure yet if your sketchbook is going to be digital or if it's going to be physical, possibly a mixture of both. That's something that we're still trying to figure out. But you can see here, it's just types of work that inspire me. You can see this is probably, I don't know if you're familiar with the kind of paintings that I do, but this is probably more like the type of artwork that I do now. When I was in college, I painted more portraits. But I'm a fan of all art, and you'll see that through my sketchbook or my journal. You'll see all different types of artwork and artists in here. Here's a coffee painting that I did, playing around with broad, loose brushstrokes. This is something that we also did in painting class a few times. I paired it next to this picture because I felt it had a similar tone to this painting. This is an example of a page that you're probably going to have to do. This is what I look for you as for an assignment. It would be a gallery card, and this is a painting by an artist named Eric Gibbons, and he's also local, and it's from a show in New Hope. I wrote that I'm a fan of his painting because of how vulnerable the man looks. I'm also a fan of the quality of the paint and the overall accuracy. And on the other page, I did a drawing that was inspired by the gallery card or his painting. And so this is the kind of assignment that I'm going to want you to do. So this is an example of a page. This is some sketches for some paintings that I did in college, a series of paintings about my childhood. I write little notes down. You can see I actually do a lot of the writing and drawing in other sketchbooks or on other paper, and then I put it into this journal. All right. Some photographs that I use, some black and white pictures of old family photos that became inspiration for some paintings that I did. And here you could see some more sketches that became paintings. This is another gallery card, Earl Lewis from the Trenton City Museum, Ellerslie Mansion, and my rendition of Earl Lewis's work, right? And then you would follow it up with little writing about Earl Lewis. Talking about surrealism, this is something that we usually cover in painting or drawing. So I did some surrealistic paintings. So these are some sketches, and I follow it up with writings and studying the movement. Again, more black and white photography. Some examples of paintings that I made. Here, even the way I'm trying to write, I'm trying to make sure that the writing, and here I'm writing about galleries that I wanted to research or museums. Here's a gallery card from the New Jersey City University where I went to school, and some artwork that I liked. Sketch I made in high school of some sort of cybernetic samurai. Cartoon, I don't know what I was thinking there. It's a little strange, but trying to have fun. And again, more studies for things that would become paintings. Uh, Always looking for inspiration and always writing. Art is not just about painting and drawing. Sometimes it's about writing and figuring out on paper what you're going to do on canvas. More research. This is about Pierre Bonnard. I wrote about Bonnard's work. I've done many sketches about Bonnard, and I've gone and seen his paintings in, I want to say that was at the Met. All right. Well, so this is it. This is pretty much an example of a journal. I wanted you to see all the different types of artwork, and this is what I'm expecting us to do with our journals. We want to have nice presentation. We want to make sure we fill the pages, and we want to make sure we fill it not only with our own drawings, but with other inspirational artwork that influences us. I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. And if there's any picture that you saw me pass by that you'd like me to focus on later on, let me know, and I'd be happy to do that. All right. Thank you very much.